Morning, how are you? Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, who's here? Fabulous. Oh, I did? I've been sitting down here anyway working in the
Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and call to order the meeting of the License and Variance Board. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. It is 10:01 a.m. My name is Roy Akery. I'm the fire chief here in the city of Smyrna. To my left is Frank Martin, the Director of Public Works. To his left is Richard Garland, the Smyrna Parks and Recreation Director. Pretty short agenda. The first one is scheduled to be tabled. First item on the agenda is 2A, which is a public hearing variance request V22-019 to allow a second accessory structure at 3065 Dunn Street. This item is to be tabled to the April 13th License and Variance Board meeting per the applicant. First of all, is there anybody here for item 2A? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to table.
Motion to table variance request V22-019, allow a second accessory structure, lot 523, at 3065 Dunn Street. Kenneth Charles Williams, applicant.
We have a motion to table 2A until April 13th, 2022 with a proper second. If there's no further discussion, I'll call for the vote. Motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item 2B, which is a public hearing variance request V22-025 to reduce the rear setback from 30 to 11 feet for a deck, lot 408, 815 Reed Road, Outback Deck Incorporated. Good morning, Ms. Crow. If you would, please, a background.
Yeah, good morning. Caitlin Crow, Planner 1, Community Development. So this variance is V22-025 to reduce the rear setback from 30 feet to 11 feet for a deck. The subject parcel is a 0.42 acre lot located on the north side of Reed Road. So the applicant is proposing to replace an existing 320 square foot deck on the rear of the home, which has been on the property adjoined to the house since 2005 when the house was originally built. The existing home is pushed to the rear of the property due to a stream running right through the front of the yard. The rear of the home is already encroaching into the rear setback by 27 feet, and the existing deck is only 11 feet from the rear property line. Moreover, the door to the rear yard leading from the house is 7 feet off the ground, which would cause an unsafe condition if the deck were to be completely removed. Due to the stream running through the front yard, a small portion of the deck is actually also within the city's 75-foot impervious setback. However, the city engineer did go out on site and determined that less than 100 square feet of the deck is within this setback and is considered minor land disturbance and is not requiring an additional variance. This variance has been properly posted with no site distance issues. After reviewing the variance application, staff does support the request and recommends approval with the following 2 conditions. The first is our standard condition. Approval of the requested variance shall be conditioned upon the development of the property in substantial compliance with the site plan and elevations submitted with the variance application. And number 2, the applicant shall implement erosion and soil control measures such as sediment barriers and a construction entrance to ensure sediments are not discharged into the stream or tracked onto the street. And with that, I can answer any questions.
So they're going to replace the existing deck.
Exactly as
And
is.
the plan
Correct.
as it is for the same essentially the same footprint as the existing deck.
Correct.
Any questions for staff?
All right,
Thank you, Ms. Crowe. Okay, sir, if you could please step forward. And if you could state your name for the record.
Yes, Andrew Moylan, Moylan.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for seeing me this morning.
Sure. So you just heard Ms. Crowe kind of read into background or read in to the record the summation of the project. Do you have any additional information to add to what she said? And you also heard her read into the record the two conditions. The first one's a standard, and then the second one dealt with soil management and soil erosion. Are you familiar with both of those, and do you agree with those?
I agree with them as it was written in the write-up from you guys. I just want to make sure I go about that properly when implementing those procedures.
Sure. And so that would be working with Eric Randall, the city engineer, right? Yeah, so any types of details, if they say, okay, you need to make sure you do this particular thing or this particular thing.
Yes, sir.
Now, it shows on the agenda here that the applicant is Outback Deck. Is this a company that you've hired to,
Yes,
so I'm
sir.
assuming, are you the property owner?
I am the property owner,
Okay,
yes,
so
sir,
you've
and
hired a
Outback Deck
company
is
to
the-
do this. So they should be the one to work with,
Okay.
with the city engineer to, get the details of the soil management requirements.
Perfect.
Is that correct, Ms. Crowe?
Correct, and that'll be handled through the permitting process as well.
Shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Any questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is a public hearing. If there's anybody here who'd like to speak either for or against item 2B, I would ask that you step forward at this time. Let the record show the only people present are city staff and the applicant. Seeing no one, I'll call for a motion.
Make a motion to approve variance request V22-025, reduce the rear setback from 30 feet to 11 feet for a deck, lot 408, address 815 Reed Road, Outback Deck Incorporated.
Second.
We have a motion to approve 2B with a proper second. If there's no further discussion, I'll call for the vote. That motion passes unanimously. Last item on the agenda is item 3A, which is the approval of the March 9th, 2022 License Variance Board meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve those minutes with a proper second. If there's no further, I'll call for the vote. That motion passes unanimously. We'll go ahead and adjourn at 10:08.
Okay.
And you're more than welcome to come in for your permit at any point.
Okay. So it's good to go. So I can do, or can they come pick it up, or?
Absolutely, yeah, because I don't know if Nicole has actually.
Unanticipated.
We have a bond hearing. Now, there's a bonding company hearing, and they scheduled at the same time, and it's no big deal. Thank you, Bo. I thought long and hard about it. It really is.
Let me,
Where's Tim gonna
he's
sit?
probably gonna sit right here, so I'll put,
Right.
Didn't get fired up about that.
Yeah, now, will you let, Sharon know that we are expecting somebody, cause she shut it, cause she didn't know we were expecting anybody. Oh, God, I have to stop this.